Namaste friends, my name is Sheetal Pawar. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, United States. I have been practicing meditation since 2010. In the year 2011, I have learned about pyramids and decided to use them in day-to-day life. I installed a small pyramid and started using it for my meditation. I started noticing big difference in my meditation experiences. I started healing my body and my mind. I started feeling lighter and energetic. I have converted my living room into meditation room. I installed small and big pyramids inside of it. Some of them I made, some of them I purchased. My family and I use this space to meditate every day. We also conduct weekly group meditation sessions in our home. I use pyramids in my kitchen to keep nuts, fruits, vegetables, and drinking water under the pyramid. We can use pyramid energies in many ways. For example, eye pyramids to improve eye conditions, knee pyramids, pillow pyramids, tabletop pyramids, garden pyramids, pyramid chairs, pyramid weights, so on. Let us all make use of these free energies. Thank you, friends.
Welcome back, friends. Happy evening and morning. Happy morning to people who are joining from the West. End of a busy day when through the day you are involved with many things. Your school, college activities, your work. For most of my career, end of the day would be like time that I would think, hey, when is this day getting over? Since I started meditation, what I'm realizing, and even when I was working as a delivery director in Cognizant, even at 11 o'clock or midnight, if there is a call that I have to attend, I'm no longer feeling frustrated. I'm no longer thinking, hey, why am I having this call now? From a time when I would think that at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I would feel lost or down because I've lost a lot of energy. With meditation, I realized I'm energetic all the day. Even if there is a period when I feel little, just a 5-minute, 10-minute meditation, my energy level goes back. So when we understand how meditation, of course, physical health conditions are one part of it, but being energetic, being able to do anything that you want. Work really hard, and then end of the day, your friend calls you, says, "Hey, let's do something interesting now." If you feel that you've spent all your energy, you won't even feel like going out. So health is not just about living without any diseases, but it's also being able to live fully with whatever that you want to do. And meditation helps in keeping our energy levels high in various ways. One of the top reason is our sleep becomes optimized. And you would have also seen that various brain waves states that we are in. When you are meditating, and you won't need as much sleep, but the sleep that you get will be highly useful, and you go into deep state of sleep, the delta state. Non-dream sleep state, dreamless sleep. Somewhere in the third or fourth week of my initial learning of meditation, I realized I just lie down, observe my breath, and I'm sleeping like a log. I mean, I won't remember. Whereas before, a lot of things would come to my mind. I'm thinking of, hey, how this day happened. What is this going on? I had to do this. I had to do this. Why didn't I finish this work? A lot of things would just go on in my mind. And it would take about half an hour, 1 hour sometimes to actually go into sleep. And scientifically speaking, when meditation is practiced regularly, research has shown that there is increased production of melatonin in our body. The pineal gland that is there somewhere in the center of the brain, it produces a hormone called melatonin, which is generally responsible for sleep, helps you to calm down and gets you to sleep state. So with meditation, studies have shown that melatonin is produced optimally in our body. So we actually go into sleep quite easily. And also, we need only enough sleep because we don't spend a whole lot of time in the restless state of the sleep, in the initial and the end state. A lot of times we spend a lot of time there. we get optimal sleep. Of course, I know for the people who practice for longer, that optimal sleep is less sleep. But whatever the body is needed, you will get that sleep. And of course, the other benefit of deep sleep is healing, deeper healing of the body. So as we meditate, we heal our body, as well as when we sleep, our body gets rejuvenated. So energy is conserved. We become more energetic because we have very restful sleep. So physical body gets energy, enough energy to go through the day. In fact, I've had times when I haven't slept for 36 hours. I haven't felt it. Or even in that 36 hours, maybe an hour of sleep. It is possible, but essentially we have very optimal sleep. And second reason why we conserve energy is meditation. So a lot of thoughts are energy. Thoughts and feelings are energy. If you're sitting half an hour, 1 hour, doing nothing, watching TV maybe, sit for 2-3 hours and still you get hungry. Why? Because we unknowingly we think a lot, and those thoughts are energy, and we spend a lot of energy. So when you conserve energy, because you are naturally also reducing unnecessary thoughts, we conserve more energy. The other aspect of this, when we go reduce our thoughts, is about when we interact with people, we become conscious of what we are speaking. So any interaction, you feel there is actually exchange of energy. There is something called in a conversation, either it's a zero-sum energy conversation, which means one person gains energy and another person loses energy. It's like when you are trying to argue and prove a point, one person feels he's won the argument and he feels energetic, but the other person actually loses the energy. So that is a zero sum. Second is last. When you have both fight and both feel frustrated, there is a lot of back and forth, both lose energy. But the third, which is what with meditation is naturally going to, is a win-win. We become very conscious of what we are speaking. We don't hurt others. We put in our point, but we also understand that the other person has an equally valid point. So when we have these kind of exchanges and these type of conversations, energy is actually gained, because you don't feel that you are let down, and you're also not taking energy from somebody else. So there is a lot of benefits, and you become so, and this happens cultivated through mindfulness, because you are mindful of what you're speaking. Are you speaking positive? You start becoming more positive in our speech. We speak only that is useful. Don't gossip, because a lot of these gossips, complaints, criticism, all these are actually low energy. So when you're mindful of what you're speaking and what you're listening, You cut down on all these unnecessary negative conversations. You conserve more energy. Your thoughts become a lot more powerful. So we'll talk about that after the meditation. But friends, there are many ways we gain energy in meditation. Of course, as we do meditation itself, we feel we gain a lot of energy because we move away from our body, physical body. We actually access those quantum energy field. So without going into a lot of therapies, a lot of drinks, energy drinks, so on. Many people would think, right? I take energy drinks. None of this needed, because naturally with meditation we gain those energies. We become, because that is the core part. You would have heard a lot about manifestation last week. But to work on your goals, work on this one, you need a lot of energy, and we become lot more energetic with meditation. And finally, also with our food habits, we become more optimal in what we can eat. We stop overindulging in our food. A lot of meditators I have seen become vegetarian. Vegetarianism helps conserve energy. So friends, this, in terms of physical health, more than healing ourselves, which is maybe a temporary or for a short period of time, meditation is a great way to keep our life full of energy, to do things that we love to do. If you want to trek, or if you are interested in doing a lot of work, or just to enjoy traveling, meditation can be a great boost for all your activities that you enjoy. So we'll get into that meditation again today. The technique is again simple breath mindfulness meditation. So friends, let's all relax. Close our eyes. And observe from head to toe every part of the body relaxing. Remember, this time is your time. Just let go of whatever that has happened through the day, because the time that you connect to that quantum energy field. Observe your head relaxing, your neck, shoulder, hands, hips, legs, knees, ankles, feet, every part of the body relaxing. And we can go into the breath mindfulness meditation, friends.
Dear friends, dear masters, keep your hands on your chest area Rest your attention on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart? With that breath energy, breathe more and feel your beautiful heart, that seat of all emotions. Our primary connection into this universe, which is expanding all life with its love energy, with its gratitude energy. Can you feel love, gratitude inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of gratitude. Feel more of the love energy, that gratitude energy, and expand your heart center. Dear friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. With your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural, in breath and the out breath. In this meditation, we observe our natural, peaceful in-breath and the out-breath for the whole duration. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. And when the mind is empty, we slowly merge into that greater emptiness, that quantum energy field. Our divine self. in-breath and the out-breath, allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As you observe the breath, notice the lightness in your breath. Allow yourself to completely merge into the lighter and shallow in-breath and the out-breath. With your eyes closed, become one with your breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to merge into your in-breath and the out-breath. And slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is becoming empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you feel emptiness inside you, all around you, as you're becoming one with your breath? Become aware of that emptiness, where there is no body, where there is no thing, where there is no one, in no place and no time. yourself to go deeper into that emptiness of no body, no thing, as you become one with your breath. All emptiness is energy. That's quantum energy field with infinite possibility and opportunity. Everything you have ever experienced or will experience is here in the form of energy, waiting to happen into our physical reality. The longer we stay and connected to this energy as no body, the more we receive from this field. Keep your eyes closed. Stay aware of that emptiness as no body. And stay connected with the abundance of energies in this field. Find yourself distracted, go back to observing your breath. Bring yourself into the present moment and experience that emptiness inside you, all around. Friends, let's express gratitude with your eyes closed. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful life. Be grateful to our teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues. Everybody for helping us learn so many things. Be grateful to this nature, the bird, the fish and the animals, earth, moon, the sun, for filling our lives with beauty, mystery, energy and more. Be grateful to all the places we go, the things we use, the technology, our institutes, our governments and companies, and all the people who help us. Be grateful to all the challenges in your life, for they initiate us into greatness. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent quantum energy field and universe for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body.
We can change the world one heart at a time.
We receive a lot of energy in meditation. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system process the energy into our body.
I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world, we can change the world one heart at a time, one heart at a time. We can change the world, we can change the world one heart at a time, one heart at a time. I see you, I see
And whenever you're ready,
you, I know you.
you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes.
And my heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love you.
I hope you had a great meditation. One of the things that I keep telling, and something that I have realized, every meditation changes our mind and body. Not just emotionally, but physically and physiologically. A lot of studies have shown that. We continue to reprogram our mind after every meditation. The reason why we encourage regular practice of meditation is, and I've seen it happen for me. If I stop meditation for a few days, my old program starts kicking in. So it is like any other software program. People who here, I'm assuming some of them are at least can relate to it. We program a software, if a program, an app is built or some website is developed, whatever program that you create, a software program, if that is not changed for changing requirements, whatever the program becomes useless. So meditation is actually like that programmer which continuously updates our mind to be in the present, because now present is what makes difference to your life. If you have been studying all along and you have to change to a working environment, or if you have been working for some time and then you want to change, or even within your own work, if you have to progress, you keep changing, right? You have to learn new skills, learn new activity, play different roles. So you cannot be on a past program all the time. So meditation is a great tool for us to keep in that present moment. And we'll also understand how this helps physically, right? I mean, in terms of through science and how the brain works. Let me just put up this. For a long period of time, there was this concept called you are either analytical and logical or creative. That came because of a study done about 40, 50 years ago, where they found that majority, use only one part of the brain. So people who use left hemisphere of the brain seemed more logical, more analytical, and people who used right part of the brain were more creative and artistic and so on. But when they studied a lot of leaders who, like people like Elon Musk, people like Steve Jobs, and many, many other great leaders, they found that they actually use both parts of the brain very well, because that is, there is a reason why we have two parts of the brain. So it is great leaders, very inspiring leaders, and people who are always you look up to, we use both part of the brains. Now, I have been conditioned for a long period of time that I'm only one part of the brain. So I can only think logically. I can only analyze things. I cannot be creative. But when I started my meditation practice and I started observing myself, I realized I'm becoming a little more creative. For example, when I started learning to play flute, my teacher started telling me after I started practice meditation that, hey, you are actually learning much faster than many of my students who spent years, they could not pick it up. You're able to pick it up. And then I understood there is actually research. So what that 40-year-old study missed out was when people are meditating regularly, and people like Elon Musk and highly creative people and people who are successful in business and creative work, the corpus callosum, the connection between the left and the right brain is really strong because they use it optimally, both sides of the brain. Of course, it is also symbolic. I mean, creativity is there in both areas, and logic and this one is there in both areas. But what part of the brain, what part of this one develop is up to us. And what they've seen, people who are practicing meditation regularly, this portion that connects the two brain set of neurons called corpus callosum, they are very, very strong. They actually continue to grow for people who are meditating regularly. So that is, so first I experienced in myself, and then I realized from the study that this is actually how it is happening. So if you are a regular practitioner of meditation, you become both creative and use logic and analysis. Your all areas of the brain, essentially your whole brain grows. So, and that is why meditation, we call it as a holistic solution. And moving on further, so as both brains become more active in a regular meditator, it also helps in increasing our memory power. So there is something called hippocampus, and beside that there is amygdala. So hippocampus is responsible for memory, long-term memory. And with meditation, they found that hippocampus is more strengthened, and amygdala, which is also responsible for fear, it actually shrinks. So our memory power improves. So you become more efficient because if you're studying, for example, if you're graduating, writing an exam, you don't have to, you understand things very quickly. So on one hand, you become holistic. On the other side, your memory power improves, your fear goes down, your ability to take on new tasks improves significantly. So let's understand how all these benefits in our day-to-day life. So what we call as the 7 mind powers. So as we strengthen our neural network and something that is seen through research is we become more neuroplastic. That is, our ability to store and capture related information becomes much more with meditation. So we become more neuroplastic, and even if you don't understand or care about the terminology, understand this, that our ability to grasp information, store it in a related way, becomes strengthened with meditation. And of course, when we are able to also recall when it is stored in a related fashion. So the next one is about being able to focus. As we meditate, one thing people talk about attention deficiency syndrome, right? People who are not able to pay attention to one thing because things go around. And in today's world, we know there is a lot of distractions with the social media, the games, the mobile phones, TV, so many things going on. A lot of people talking about so many different things. And that is also reflected in our mind with that 50, 60,000 thoughts every day. We no longer have, have the ability to focus. But with meditation, as we bring down all these unnecessary repeated thoughts, our ability to focus and concentrate becomes more. We also, as can go into that deep flow state. Should read a book called Ikigai, which is a small book, very interesting. Probably Nagathari touched upon it last week. How you can actually go into a flow. If you are focused on a dream, you're building something, you're focused on getting a job or completing a project, you can go into a flow with meditation because your unnecessary distractions are gone. You are very clear as to what you need to accomplish, and all your focus and energy goes into that. This I experienced when I had to move from meetings to meetings. I mean, as I am taking up different responsibilities, different meetings. Through the day, I would have meetings. Earlier, if I had to get into a meeting, I had to spend a lot of time to think what I should do in that meeting. Because there's so many things that will be going on in business and work, family, everything, right? But I realized with meditation, I need very little preparation. Even if it was the biggest important meeting, all I needed, of course, if I needed enough preparation, I would prepare before whatever was needed. But I didn't have to stress before going to a meeting. Even if it was a lot of things going on, I would just do a 5-minute meditation just before the meeting so that I center myself. And when we go into that meeting, I was full attention. I had full focus on what everybody is saying. And I also was able to get everything that I had to contribute in that meeting. So you are able to focus if you're reading. Concentration power also leads to additional reading power because you are able to get everything in one go. You can see successful leaders read at least 2 books a month. Once in 2 weeks, they complete a book. And I have seen myself earlier where I used to take 1 or 2 books in a year. I've read at least 50-60 books and listened to many more books in the last 1.5 years. Because you're using a whole brain, you are able to grasp much more. Speed reading, and you are able to anticipate what is actually being written in the book. And of course, that leads to better learning. You're focused, you're able to grasp information from multiple sources together. And because with meditation, learning is when you experience more, you are actually learning more. So when you read something, let's say you read about you are a placebo, and you read about manifestation, how your thoughts create your reality, how elevated emotions, elevated thoughts lead to your own reality, the placebo effect, all of that you start observing in your own mind. You start thinking, hey, every day when you're working, you start recognizing your thought patterns. So you learn more because you're also experience more. You are becoming mindful. So that mindfulness helps you to learn more from your own experience as you read and listen. And of course, your creative power increases significantly. We spoke about in the beginning. As we use whole brain instead of using only one part of the brain. Finally, friends, and this is again, I think it makes sense from the manifestation as well. Our thoughts create reality. When our 50-60,000 negative repetitive thoughts are gone or reduced, the thoughts that you have has a lot more power and energy. You might start seeing, hey, if you're studying for your exam, suddenly you might think, hey, this subject, this question or portion is what I should focus more on. And you learn, so you start getting those intuition. And you start, whatever your thoughts, you start projecting more of what you really want. Friends, the thoughts create reality is actually backed with the physical and physiological change in our body, in our brain, in our mind. And this, to realize the benefits of this, all we do is we practice daily and learn, read books, listen to the master's wisdom. we continue to learn every day. Start becoming mindful. Start thinking, hey, am I repeating what I did yesterday or day before? If you are making a presentation in your college or at work, am I doing the same thing that I did last time? Is there some change that I can do? When you activate your brain, you actually physically change it. We talk about aging, right? So aging is actually reversed when you use your mind. There's research now that proves that what was thought that as you age, your neurons die and cannot be regenerated, that is actually not true, not entirely true. What is shown is with meditation, you have the ability to regenerate your neurons as well. Of course, that happens because we use the whole brain. And mindfulness really helps to regenerate those brains, because every moment we are really conscious of what we are doing. So friends, I wish and hope that you have that desire, and I know because you are practicing every day, and I'm really happy that many of you are continuing to stay to listen. You are seeing these benefits. Meditation is a holistic. I mean, we talk about physical health, but again, it is not just physical health, mental health, our creative health. All of that is improved significantly with meditation. Thank you, friends, for staying and bringing that intention to learn and become better. If anybody wants to share our experience, I see many here. Stephen Peter. You want to share how's been your experience?
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I am just a beginner to this meditation. In the previous classes, I have shared my experience. And after joining to this Buddha CEO, I got an opportunity to learn this science behind the meditation. Then previous I was thinking why you all are doing this meditation? There is no science behind that. But when I joined to this thing, I came to know that there is some science behind this thing. So now I am improving myself. I can see the changes. That's it.
Wonderful. What are the things that you are seeing in yourself? How long you started? Is this the first program?
Yeah, this is my first program.
Okay. So what are the things that you are seeing?
Actually, I was not able to concentrate while meditating because of lots of thoughts. That's the first thing I experienced. So now I am able to concentrate, like not fully 100%, but 80% I can say, like 80-70%. I am trying on it, and I have to learn because I am just a beginner. It's like it's just a beginning stage. I have to learn more. Then I hope I can do better.
Sure. Absolutely. That is the biggest change, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would think that I cannot sit for 15 minutes. Forget about meditation. Sit alone for 15 minutes. I would think is a major effort.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes. Anybody else wants to share? Yes. Unmute yourself.
Sir, benefits of music while doing meditation. Why we are benefits of music while we are doing meditation. Music. Why we are doing meditation?
See, music. Again, there is a lot of research there too. But that is not necessary that you need music. So, but in the initial stages, it helps because it aids. Music is also of frequencies, right? So it operates in various frequencies. So it helps to tune in. What are we doing with meditation? We are moving from high beta, which is our stressful state, to alpha beta theta state, alpha theta delta state. So music essentially helps us to tune into those frequencies. And there is also research of how various music patterns impacts our emotions. It triggers our emotional states too. So it is a tool, but what I have realized is after some time, I don't necessarily need the music, because as long as you have the breath with you, you can experiment, right? It gives us confidence to experiment with a lot of things. It's not necessary that you take everything that is given and just blindly follow, right? Experiment with yourself. So when I did, I in fact, I meditated right in the middle of a crowded hospital lounge. No music, nothing. I had a great experience. Because once you are with the breath, you have trained your mind. So you experiment. For the initial cases, it helps, right? It helps, and you use it wherever it helps. You use it. For example, you heard from Sheetal today about pyramid. Pyramid is a great energy enhancer. So you can actually meditate under pyramid. It enhances your meditation experience because there is that energy in pyramid shape. So that is a tool that we use. Something that aids our listen. Why not use it? So there are various tools. So you experiment with all those tools. Right?
Without music, 16 hours. Sir. I did meditation without music 16 hours.
You have the answer there.
Nakanda Dhyana.
Yeah. Absolutely. But it helps in the initial stages. Music definitely helps. So we use it. We're not dependent on music, but it helps. So where we can, we will use it.
Okay.
Wonderful. Anybody else? I would love to hear. Manjunath.
Yeah. Hello, Rakesh. Thank you. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Not sure I'm audible, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it's been my first journey into meditation. Otherwise, I used to do, but not that regular. So I'm close to completing this 21 days journey to make it a habit. And there is a gradual change of process. I could appreciate what are the benefits that this meditation is bringing in. I don't see some kind of immediate requirements or the goals as part of a manifestation. It's more of a long-term things that I'm looking at, rather than I had expressed this one in my previous sharing also. More of a spiritual benefits rather than a materialistic ones. Those are the benefits that I'm looking at. So yeah, I definitely believe that meditation is the only path that I can reach to those kind of destinations. That's what I have realized. That's a major benefit. And the quick ones or which I can think of has brought some benefits which I didn't intend, like focusing on my work, and also some kind of a confidence booster for my professional life. So yeah, I could take up some kind of roles which I didn't think of nowadays. I could easily take those, some kind of a multitasking. So I'm into IT, and those are the some kind of immediate benefits, though it's a short period. So that's an amazing thing that I'm seeing within less than, it's not even have completed 21 days. Those are the immediate benefits.
Wonderful. For people, these are itself, I mean, a lot of, for this one, it's a challenge, right? I'm taking up multiple roles, different roles, because there is a lot of fear. And you telling that so casually, I can relate to it. Because for me, many of my goals and many things, like, I mean, the fact that a lot of my health conditions, I didn't even think about it. It just happened. I mean, of course, I would have thought about it, but it was not like a lot of focus on that, but it naturally happened. So spirituality, like you said, is absolutely, I mean, that is a goal too. Why not? And one thing, and in my experience, and this is something that I can share, a lot of service activities helps in our journey. Service with, and of course, meditation, teaching meditation itself is one form of service, or helping this cause, sharing this with others. and it's a ongoing journey. So absolutely great to hear your experience, and we'll continue. I'm sure we'll stay connected.
Yeah, definitely.
So where do you work? Where are you in?
I'm based in Singapore.
Okay.
And I work for an Kindle company, which got recently spun off from IBM. Not sure you are aware of Kindle.
Yeah. Okay. Good to hear that. A lot of connections to Kindle.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Good. Let's keep in touch. It's
sure.
Good to hear.
Rakesh. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Anybody else? I know we are quite towards the end. Anybody else wants to share? Sure, friends. Let's close that. So we will meet back again tomorrow. Thank you.
I am beautiful, I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful, I am powerful, and I celebrate who I am. I am beautiful, I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you so much, sir. So let's all meet back again tomorrow for another new session. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.